Hello and welcome to Rambling Runner Reviews, and today we're talking about the Puma Deviate Nitro. So this was Puma's first foray last year into the running world. So they've had running shoes for a while, and they've had a lot of lifestyle and casual shoes that may have masqueraded as running shoes for a little bit, but nothing that you would actually wear on a run, at least for a very long time. And then this shoe came out about a year ago and was really their first move into the running shoe space. And it was a really interesting move for them because they came out with a shoe that at first people were not quite sure what this is, right? So you have a plate inside, right? You see the max stack height, you see the fairly thin upper, and we'll talk about that in a second. And people thought, wait, hold on. Is this their speed shoe? Is this their racing shoe? And no, it is not that, but it is many other things. So let's talk about the specs on this baby first. So it's 9.1 ounces in the men's size 9, 7.6 ounces in the women's. Also, from a stack height perspective, you got 35 in the heel, 27 in the forefoot for an 8mm drop in this shoe. From a fit perspective, it runs a little long. So one common theme with a lot of the Puma shoes is that they are a little bit longer than you would expect. I wear a men's size 10.5. For this and for the Puma Velocity Nitro, and you can go back and look at that review, and it's a shoe that I absolutely loved. I kind of felt like I could have gone either way. So I did order a 10.5, and 10.5 fit me in both cases. I can imagine the 10 also fitting me in both cases. Almost like this was, in a way, a 10.25 in terms of a size. And I'll review the Puma Liberate Nitro in a little bit, and that's definitely a half size up. Actually, so I ordered 10.5. In retrospect, I should have ordered a 10. I wouldn't say this falls into that category, so it is pretty true to size. That's for sure. If you usually oscillate between two, maybe go for the shorter size. I'm usually always a 10.5. I ordered a 10.5, and I was able to fit in it just fine from a size and length perspective. The biggest issue with this shoe is fit, though. So we're gonna linger on this point for a while. And when I say fit, I'm talking about right here, okay? So you see this upper is thin, it's an engineered mesh, it's very light. I love the fit of this shoe from here down. I absolutely love it. But from here up, not so much. So let's just dive in. You can see the heel bumpers here on the outside, and then on the medial side, also on the inside of the shoe, you can see the medial bumper on there. And then on there, you can see that kind of construction in a lot of super shoes, right? As a way of saving weight while giving the shoe, hopefully, a good heel lock. This heel lock, again, I'm not sure exactly the reason for this, but what happens is your heel ends up coming up out of the shoe, okay? And then you couple that with this part, all right? This kind of like thin, I don't know, I don't even know what you would call it, right? This thin little fabric here, but right on the end, right up here, it's a little thicker, and you can kind of see the construction right there, and that part ends up chafing, even going through socks. So I wear socks that always go over the top of my shoes. Even then, through them, I did develop a blister on one of my runs. It was interesting though, it was like 3 months after I bought the shoe, and there's like a Goldilocks effect with the lacing system in that you really have to work hard to try to get it just right, where you get the heel lock, but you're not pulling so hard that all of a sudden it's just too tight in the midfoot and you're causing other problems. And it's interesting that the one time I developed a blister with this shoe was that after I'd had it for so long, which is so interesting because I have seen a lot of shoe reviewers, both here on YouTube and just written shoe reviews, that talk about the blisters that people have gotten on this shoe. And it's so unfortunate because this shoe is fantastic in every other way. So let's talk about the ride. This shoe is my favorite long run shoe if I didn't develop a blister on the back, right? This, besides that awkward fit in the heel, this was my favorite long run shoe. It's 9.1 ounces, which is nice, right? It's kind of the typical daily trainer weight, but all the weight is in the midsole and the outsole, okay? So you get that you get the nice squish, okay? Little durometer test, you can see the squish here and the push. Okay, there is a plate running from here and then scoops down closer to this little ridge line right here. And it's a really squishy foam, and it's so nice. And this is the thing that I love about Pumas this year, is that all of their running shoes have this nitrogen infused foam, and it's so comfortable, it's squishy, it's bouncy, you get the nice propulsion, you add that with the plate, that gives some structure to the midsole and a little bit of snap, okay? Let's do a little plate test, okay? It's a little flexible, but you get a nice spring off, and this shoe can really move, and I love it for that. So you're running at, say, easy plus pace, you're running at threshold pace, maybe marathon pace, and this shoe is really good for those paces. It's a little bit, I don't know if heavy is the right word. It's, you know, because it has such a thick midsole, it doesn't feel quite right for if you're really pushing the pace. So if you're going to say a VO2 max pace or faster than that, it can do it for sure. And this can be a really, really versatile shoe. And I've worn it on plenty of easy runs as well. And we'll talk about kind of the uses in a second and where this shoe could go. I think version 2, my God, this shoe could be unbelievable. But overall, super continuity. Kind of the faster you go, the better. I think this shoe is better at a little bit quicker paces than it is for easy pace, but you can definitely wear it for easy pace. It's a great fartlek shoe. So say you're going out for a run, you're doing 6 by 3 minutes hard, 2 minutes easy. Just pop this shoe on. You can do all 8 to 10 miles in it, right? You can do the warm up, you can do the fartlek, and you do the cool down all in the shoe, no problem the whole way. Last thing we're going to talk about from a specs/ride perspective is the outsole. Okay, look at these lugs. I love it. I absolutely love it. The construction here on all the Puma shoes from the outsole are fantastic. You see the Puma Grip logo right there. And this shoe, again, all the Puma shoes are like this. Even the Liberate, which is like basically a track shoe for all, for track workouts, I should say. Not track shoes, it doesn't have spikes, but it's used really good for track workouts. All these shoes have, the rubber is really solid. It stands the test of time, and the design on all of these shoes are a little different from a lug perspective, but they all work. I use this shoe on plenty of dirt roads. I even did a trail run in this shoe. Not ideal, but not too bad. You get the nice grip, and I was fine. Absolutely. If you are someone who likes to run on towpaths or gravel or dirt roads, this shoe will be more than acceptable. It really, really does work well, and I can't say enough good things about the outsole and what Puma has done in all of their shoes in that respect. So let's talk about uses. How am I going to use this shoe? Okay. All right, so let's talk about durability. Okay, you got the outsole that works really well. Okay, you got a midsole with this huge stack. The only durability potential issue is the upper. And then I think the upper is fine from a durability perspective, but the midsole and the outsole are going to last so long that there's no way you're not going to hit 500 miles with the outsole and the midsole. Okay, the only thing is if you're, the rubber is a little thin. Okay, so again, maybe if you're rubbing it on something or you just kind of have some sort of mishap, maybe it rips or something. But overall, the durability is not a question in any way, shape, or form. In fact, I would say it's a positive. So let's talk about uses. Okay. First of all, you're going to want to make sure if you buy this shoe that you have a good return policy, because if the heel doesn't work for you, it's a no-go. Absolutely not, okay? Overall, this is a great shoe for people who want one shoe or who do a lot of miles where they're spending a lot of time at, faster than easy pace on their long runs. Also, people who love doing fartlek workouts, right? Who just want to put on a pair of shoes, go out, do their workout over the course of a run, not come back and change shoes, not take another pair of shoes with them for the workout, and really get that done. I think this is a great shoe for both of those cases if it fits. And that's the value part, right? So how much does this cost? That's the best thing. Puma's website is the best, okay? I have never seen the kind of sales on any website that I see for the Puma website, okay? You can get these shoes for under $100. For sure, I know I did, and that was like 6 months ago, okay? If you go to Puma and you kind of put your email address in, they'll send you all these emails with all these sales, and I hate that kind of email correspondence, but with Puma, it's legit. Like, I haven't spent more than $100 on any Puma shoes. I have 3 of them, okay? They're great. I think I've spent in total between the 3 shoes, this one, the Liberate, and the Velocity, I think I've spent $250, and that is probably overshooting it, okay? So from a value perspective, you're going to get a lot of miles per dollar out of this shoe if it fits, okay? And this is the key thing, okay? I think version 2 of this shoe could be an absolute banger. I cannot wait for version 2 of the Deviate Nitro to come out. Okay, again, it's not the Deviate Nitro Elite. That's their speed shoe. That is the marathon racer. That's the one that Molly Seidel wore at the Olympics. I want to try that shoe so badly, but it's sold out everywhere. So good luck finding it. Version 2 of this could be really, really special. All they have to do is make it so the heel cup is firm enough to handle whatever's going on in the forefoot with the shoe that's causing people's heels to pop up. And that's the thing. When you have a plate, it does change the dynamics of how your foot fits into a shoe. So, you know, you have other shoes like the Puma Magnify that's basically just all nitro stack with a thin EVA layer at the bottom. There is no plate, and then their heel is much more built up and pronounced. Like this is nothing, right? This is nothing. If you just took, say, the Puma Velocity heel and put it on the back of this, it'd be great. It would be great. Let's do that, Puma. Let's do it. I know it's gonna weigh a little more. That's the hard part, right? Part of the reason people love this shoe is that the weight. You get 9.1 ounces. If it gets into the 10s, it's a different story. So the cost benefit could be tough, but I am really excited about what version 2 of this shoe could be because there is so much to love if it fits with this one. So thank you so much for watching this shoe review. Go watch that. Thank you so much for watching this shoe review. I really appreciate it. Go check out the other shoe reviews that we've done. Like down below, comment if you got a question, and also head over to the Rambling Runner podcast, as always, where we interview dedicated amateur runners who are working hard to get better while balancing running with the rest of their lives, just like you. Thank you so much for watching, and happy running.